Hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, the music just... There we go. Welcome, y'all, welcome. My name is Super Siri. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. I'm hoping my frames don't drop any worse. I think I might have to update some stuff. So... Right now, they're like around 20%. If they go over... say 30, I'm just gonna go ahead and just completely stop the stream for a moment and come back to y'all. So I'm taking for repo. Not my knees. I'm already short enough. Not my knees. I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone's having a pretty cool day. This darn thing is going to make sure to prove to me that it's gonna go up to 30. Yeah, I think a driver or something needs updated. It's acting a little funky. It's been like this since Saturday, so I don't know what's going on at the moment. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone's doing cool. I apologize for the really chuggy, horrible stream today. I really don't know what to say about that. Yeah. Oh man. And now we're talking about knees, taking knees. Well, guess what? You won't even notice. You won't even notice me taking knees. Well, don't worry. I don't know. Probably this Saturday. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe next Saturday. Probably next Saturday. We'll probably be playing more next Saturday. But stick around, we're playing Ace Attorney today, y'all. We're playing Ace Attorney. I'm hoping to finish it today. I'm really hoping we finish it today. I would love to do that. I really want to finish it today. That's what I want to do. Unfortunately though, it may not be the best quality. Because, reasons. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish it today. I think we're in the middle of a... Not in the middle, but I think we're starting a court case or something. Now you gotta finish it and cry with us? What, Omori? Yeah, I'm already, you know, if I start it, I gotta finish it. But yeah, I'm not planning on giving up on it. It's still going. I've been playing it. Just gotta catch it. It's usually on Saturdays. I didn't really do much today. Not a whole lot. Oh good, I come to like my favorite lawyer. They have an excellent direct. Oh, okay. Gracias. Gracias. Thank you. Yeah, we're playing Ace Attorney today. I'm pretty excited. I'm actually excited to play some more. After the whole thing from the last two playthroughs we've done, I'm so interested in seeing where it goes. I really am. I don't know if I should spoil anything. I don't know if you guys remember from the last one or not, but very excited for it. Took me a hot minute to get in here. I don't remember why, but anywho. Oh yeah, it's because I was checking for updates and stuff. I think I need to update some drivers, and I think that's why my computer is having a hard time at the moment. I also want to note, in 2 months, in September, is the channel's 2nd anniversary, or at least from when I started making streams. It'll be the 2nd anniversary since I've started... Get out here, Nat. Since I've started streaming, so it'll be 2 years marked in September. Very exciting stuff. I don't know what to do yet, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell y'all. It'd be a surprise. I probably won't start another game. Just a note, I probably will not start another game, because every time I start a game, it seems like I'll end up playing it for a long time. Like, we've been playing Omori the whole time since then. Or was that for two... No. That was for the 1 year. Um, we're still playing Omori. And it's been almost a year since we started playing Omori. So, I'll figure something out. But I don't think I'll start a game or anything. Anywho. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. I also decided to play some very banging music today. Just to change it up a little bit. Change it up a little. Because I have hype Pokemon music in here, but I never found an opportunity to use it, so that's why we got some very, very intense music today. Maybe it'll get our lawyer, attorney blood pumping, get us amped up. Right now it's on Skyloft Hyrule Warriors. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting. But anyway, let's turn this craziness off. Get into this game. Hopefully it's not too chuggy today. It looks like it's calming down. I don't even remember. I'd have to assume it's this one. Hopefully. Yep, here it is. February 9th, Inner Temple. Training Hall. Ah, I'm drinking an energy drink. And it just almost went up my nose. That's one way to get caffeine. What the heck? Yeah. Gotcha. Sorry about that. I got the gnat. Anywho. On to reading. Right. Is this what Gato was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Why do I think Edgeworth being like that one meme? Let me in! Let me in! That's how he tried. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're the one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly fine. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Poor Miles. Poor Edgeworth. Edgy boy. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot about the old lady. What was her name again? Old bag? Windbag? I can't remember, but... Edgy boy. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. You're in the distance. No, I'm not. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Let's ask some questions. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? Sorry, that was like... I'm sorry. I heard the Inner Temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but... But what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door and... Who in the world would do something like this? Ma'am, please calm down. These trick locks are a secret treasure of the Curain tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set the locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francisca von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. I'm kind of curious about Bikini. I don't know if we need Saul. Better call Saul. Nah. Better call Phoenix. Phoenix, right? The guy will find a way to get you out of it. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. I have a very big suspicion on Bikini. And I feel bad for saying that because I like Bikini. I think she's really funny. I love her personality, but like... I have a strong suspicion. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one. Lol. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris. Oh, sorry. Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. I love doing Iris's voice. We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. There's no Borgers where you are. The night of the crime. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Huh? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at the Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in the Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Oh no. We don't need more psyche logs, dadgummit. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Oh no, Iris is crying. Well, whoops. Let's see. This door. When I was here earlier, there were only one lock, but now there's 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're... I woke up not long ago and ate dinner. Oh, nice. I'm glad you got some rest. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome, we're playing Ace Attorney. I've never seen locks quite like these before. Also, welcome in, Lorenzo. I'm so sorry. Welcome. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Funny thing, I had dinner like an hour ago. Also, I apologize for the chuggy, horrible connection. I'm dropping frames pretty bad. I don't know what's going on. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright. Now I know how Mia feels when I told her not to touch things. Von Karma. Sorry, I'm just trying to wipe a smudge off my glasses here. What a pity. It's just full of old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Dang. Dang. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Wafer-thin? Yeah, you know, thin, like a wafer. In other words, uncomfortable. That's how we describe things like these mattresses. I guess you must say wafer thick or something back in Germany. Not about these mattresses, certainly not. The scroll shows a picture of Misty Faye, master of the Curane channeling technique. But why would anyone cover it in gravy? I can't make out what's drawn on this scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. Right. Let's move outside for a minute. February 9th, Inner Temple Gate. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Pearls is like, I committed the murder. I forget how to do her voice. Let's see, we'll move to the garden. February 9th, Inner Temple, Garden. How does it go again? I'm trying to remember how she does the voice. Phoenix Wright. Mystic Maya. There we go. I think I got it. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Oh, hey. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Edgeworth is sitting in a corner just staring at him like a flipping annoyed cat. Just in a that would be the thing that he would do. It's like a flipping cat. Just sitting in a corner watching all of this going on. Just like how could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Huh. And like a cat, he takes off. Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the criminal affairs department, right? Listen, I'm fully willing to believe that they're boyfriends, all right? I'm fully willing to take that idea and just run with it, all right? I'm willing. Who's with me? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris? Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. What, Edgy? You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? It's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in the blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? Oh, you have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris. It's your job, right? What? What? So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school. Poor Edgeworth, man. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. I don't know why I can't read today. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Bang! That single gunshot shattered my whole life. Edgeworth, no. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. And my pet. Didn't he have a pet? I forgot. It's been more than 17 years now. And that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Right. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There's something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in a court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I'd seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? Sorry, Right. Oh, I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and that woman. And that woman. And the woman Edgeworth knew. Cheesy Pete's. I put so much venom into that. What the heck? So sorry. What in the world?
Present.
Is there anything I can present to him? February 9th, Dusky Bridge. Oh gosh. It's weird that there's no one... Oh, wow. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Why can I not read? Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Cheesy Pete's. Let's go. Let's go to Heavenly Hall. Why not? Let's go speak to Larry. Heavenly Hall.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Oh, there's the voice. Pearls, what are you doing here?
Nothing? What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Mayo.
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. This is the Loser's Shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Larry, what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that?
Look, Mr. Nick. Mr. Loris.
Loris?
Mr. Loris did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be back. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of the way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll let you down.
Oh, Mystic Maya.
Oh, Pearl. Poor Pearls. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Heh, I got nothing to say, you Nick. My life's here now, with Pearl, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I gonna do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know?
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that high.
But Mr. Loris...
Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. The man is weeping. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw is exactly like I drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? Oh my god. I really need to remember to update stuff on this computer. Pearls?
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Nick? Mr. Nick? It wasn't like I did the murdering or anything. I would never do that.
Sorry, Pearls, but yes it does.
It's not like I would murder. It's not like I would murder my favorite author and then find out it's my mother.
Or not my mother, my aunt. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Nim's room, reading a book together. But Mr. Nim was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? Oh.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished.
She was the murderer! She did it! It was her! She did it! It was her! She did the murdering! She did the murdering, it was all her! What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power, it has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared? Lost powers? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls? Did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at the Hezekiah Temple? Tried, but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psyche locks to get the truth out of her.
What, Mr. Nick? How could you?
Okay, we'll come back to that. We gotta move around a little bit. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Oh, hi Bikini. February 9th, Hezekiah Temple main hall. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? It looks like it's arrived, but we have a bigger problem now. forgot how I did her voice. I told Sister Bikini all about it. See, I say I forget, and then eventually I figure it out. Like, it only takes a few seconds to figure out what the voice was again. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
Oh, but who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those locks are those of the Curane tradition.
We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes, you were telling me how the Master Curane disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Curane tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them."
Dang. And then she got murdered. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? We know who.
There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master at Curane, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line.
Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. Oops, sorry. Oh god.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real.
Yes, I do. Mayo! Mayo! Oh, Mayo! I missed her so much. I miss her. Dagummit. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the mask-to-mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most.
The Curane technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now.
Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake.
A mistake? What mistake?
It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident.
That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file.
The DL6 incident. I knew it. Dang. So, the DL6 incident, if we remember correctly, was when there was a murder case. They had a master psychic, which I think was Maya and Mia Faye's mom. I think her name was Misty. Channel the murder victim and say who it was. And then, you know, it was pretty much they tried to turn around and say, well, it's not them. And then she got blackmailed, so then she went into hiding. And that's why nobody has seen her in a long, long time. We ended up finding out who that was, though. It was... I can't remember his name. He was kind of a jerk, though. He was, he got paid, by holding information and, like, blackmailing people for things. He was very power hungry. He was very crazy. But, I think that was, like, the first or second case we did. It was crazy. I think it was the second one. In the first game. DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago.
Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case.
A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spiritual medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer, and the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. That man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he?
That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Curane tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary? I don't really know how to say that. The people of Curane Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said that Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud.
But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all.
Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Curane tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan...
Does she mean Maya? Ooh, Family Feud.
She's like, well, just so you know, I was on Family Feud just the other week.
I won a lot of money. Because I used a previous the previous contestant who had died sometime before. And that helped me answer the questions. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. The spiritual power of the Curane channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power.
The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy.
You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
And lost her life as a result. Dang. Sad stuff.
Do you know what Mystic Mio is rumored to have said?
She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? You know what? That does sound very much like Mia.
Well, she saw what happened to her mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
Her aunt. That's right. Misty Faye had an older sister, too. The strange thing is that her sister, Misty's sister, has made it very clear that she would rather her daughter get the special abilities and stuff, because she feels like she would do really well with it, but then ended up just hecking herself over. And Misty, having superior powers... What was that? Powers managed to usurp the master's seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
Oh, we're aware of Morgan. Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Curane Village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. Yeah, she's in jail.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must already realize that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris is...
Mystic Morgan's daughter. Whoa. What? What? I'm sorry, what? What? Iris is what? What? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter? What? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter?
Oops, I thought you already knew.
Let me turn this up just a tad bit. It sounded like you met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I mean, we kind of did, but... I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearls. Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child.
You jest! That child? She's Mystic Morgan's...
I had no idea.
Mystic Morgan?
She's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Dang. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
I see. So I've been wrong all this time.
Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. Her twin sister. Okay, I had a feeling. What? Twin sister?
Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago.
After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Curine's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. Dang, how awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. Oh, that was Iris, you see. It was unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister... Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All we can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions. Get some more info. Well, time to see Gumshoe. That's really interesting stuff. I had a feeling that that one girl was connected somehow. I just couldn't tell where. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, Courtyard. Oh, sounds like someone's happy. That tune is... What tune is that they're humming? Is it Gumshoe? Oh, it's Gumshoe! Hey, Miss Gumshoe. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the chilling room in Curane. Whoop! I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Suitcases we have, good cases we lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? You like the song I sang? I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here. I'm still haven't turned... Gosh darn it. But still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Tell me about the letter, Gumshoe. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. I always love the music in Ace Attorney. And they're taking that bloody handwriting on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in the sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? Maya did it again. Murders were committed. Maya was locked up, but somehow she's still at fault? Oh no. Please tell me they're not going to try and lock her up for that. You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Gatto. Oh, Mr. Gatto. Gatto? What do you mean by that? Oh my god, I love Gatto. The letter. It's between him and the country fella. I can't remember his name right now. I love both of those guys. Especially when they talk like this. About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burn up old letter. As soon as you channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. What? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Yeah, pal. Right there. Out in the distance. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. Oh yeah, it was cleared off. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. Jeez, Pete. I better give it a good look over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Gumshoe was like very adamant about throwing it away. So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the sword that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? What? Yeah. And man, is it tiring work. Let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. And we're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? Secret weapon. What's the secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? It's one big flamethrower. We melt all the snow, and then we find everything. Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? We're gonna use a metal detector? Any questions so far? No? I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. My hand is down. Why you want to give a scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Shoot. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, pal. It's a good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Does Beam remember me or not? Beam. The name sounds very familiar. Welcome in, Beam. I feel like I've heard that name for sure. I'm definitely certain I remember that name. Welcome in. Do you want to still be called Beam or do you want to be called Jetra? I definitely feel like I remember that name. Welcome, welcome. I apologize for poor stream quality, but here we are. Alright then, I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off of it. Jetra is preferred? Okay, Jetra it is. You got it. Oof. I just critched the thing. Oh, bother. So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what they're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector's signal bouncing off something metallic. Aw, it's one of these. Dadgummit. We're doing this crap again. You know, when you hit something metallic. And when that happens, press enter to give that area a good hard stare. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Good looking. Oh, whoops. Looks like there's something round buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them out to catch us detectives. They're real nasty. I'll be back. I'm gonna eat and shower. Okay. Well, just come on back whenever you're ready. A trap for detectives? You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snag your leg? Yeah, those. I got my finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? There was a bit of cheese and it looked so tasty. I reached out and then bam. I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. What's this? This looks like a wallet? Aha! That's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet's completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Then why have it? Then how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Ding, 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 ding. This is Mr. Nim's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. Oh, I'm gonna grab that blanket. Alright.
It's a little chilly in here.
I'm gonna put on a blanket. It's a little cold. I'm freezing. Oh, ow. Why? Why? The detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, right? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Crack. Ah, the top is coming off. Look what you've done. You damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Okay, I was expecting like a hidden dagger, but got a whole sword. That's a sword? Inside the staff? Is this... could it be? The murder weapon? The murder weapon! I'm sorry, I'm being annoying. I never have guessed there would be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. You know what I'm thinking about getting at some point, whenever I have the money for it? A whole sword. I seen a TikTok at one point. Some creepy, weird person had parked in front of their driveway, this girl's driveway, and she just pulled out a whole flipping real sword, and that car skirted out so fast you couldn't believe. I'm gonna give me a sword. I'm gonna be so protected you won't even know. Imagine that dog. You know that one dog? You've probably seen the shorts or TikToks or whatever of it. It's like an Australian Shepherd. It just comes out with his full-on sword, just... Okay, like, they're just standing there for a minute. The dog has a sword in its mouth. And all of a sudden... and just full-on fighting with a foam sword. That's gonna be me, but with a real sword. I'm gonna pull a whole sword out if someone causes trouble. They can't say nothing. They're getting out of there. I look like business if I have a sword. Little dog with a big sword. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Sorry, I went on a tangent there, but like, a whole sword. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Interesting. Hey, Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. You're right. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the other sword, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to the forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. I cannot read today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hold it! Wait up, detective! Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're gonna get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Oh, what are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony here, the more uneasy I feel. Are you trying to say Maya tripped and fell and and indirectly murdered somebody? You don't think? Maya's in murder. Please, detective. Let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. Oh, tripped and fell and died? I don't know. You're looking kind of Viridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This staff's secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now go take care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe! Gumshoe! You know, there's a place at the base of the mountain that's some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Mayo, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Oh, Gumshoe. He has a lot of faith, and you know what? I'm gonna go with him on it. I'm sure she's okay. I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elise Dunim doing with a staff like this in the first place? Probably for protection. I mean, she was, like, getting followed and stuff. This was found close to Dusky Bridge, wasn't it? That's what that artist guy said, yeah. Right after the defendant flew over the burning bridge. According to his testimony, she dropped him when she landed on the other side. This crystal didn't belong to Iris. There had a trace of the blood on it too, you know, pal. The real question is, what was it doing near the foot of the Dusky Bridge? Starting to notice something. Iris has something to do with a pretty rough bridge, and Iris's sister has something to do with a pretty rough bridge. What does that say? Aw, man, we can't use the metal detector anymore. Dang it. I hate when they do a last minute, like, here's this new crazy thing. Woo! Like, flipping drives me crazy. But also, I like this game, so I forgive it very wholeheartedly. It's a lot of fun. Okay. We're gonna move. Should I see Iris, or should I see... I guess I'll go see... Hold on a second. I'm gonna just real quick. I got like a little knot in my headphones. I don't know why. There we go. Apologies. Okay. Ah, come on. Do, do, do. Do. The night of the crime. By the way, I don't have my walkthrough up this time around, so I hope for the best. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe your innocence. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Who else saw her? It was her, right? I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear. Ow.
The night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back legs acted up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
I almost lost stuff over here. What's happening? Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm just looking through, Sorry. I'm looking at something. My mom was sending me some messages. I think she wants something in particular, for her birthday. Anyway. So I left Iris to help with the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder.
You're impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
Of course a car would go speeding through here. What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris. The line just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Oh yeah, what does this say? Be careful, once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is Blank. She is our, here's a picture of her. Use it. When you channel her, I know you can do it. Once this is, burn the also make, tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. What does it say doesn't add up to this? Maybe it's this? Ah, gosh darn it. No. I want to present it. Tag on it. I'm sorry, Iris, but lines don't suit you. Huh? I'm sorry, Phoenix, but... Yes, I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, lights out bell, 10 o'clock. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah. Plus only moments before you rang that bell. You were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright.
You even spoke a little that evening. I love butter. Ah, butter dog. Dog with the butter. I also like butter. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. This time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. Gulp.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me.
Could it be this?
Mr. Wright, when you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know?
I guess so.
In that case, are you saying that I look like this person?
Well, I can't say with 100% certainty, but
can you show me something you're 100% certain about then?
we need to get to the bottom of this. Iris is determined to hide something from me. I can't drag it out of her unless I can show her some irrefutable evidence.
Sorry, Mr. Wright, I don't mean to be uncooperative, but you're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me?
Show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. Huh. Couldn't be this, could it? Oh my god. Unless Pearl could channel her. Okay, I may have to pull up the walkthrough because I'm lost. Oh man. I was hoping I didn't have to pull this up, but I think it was this one. One momento, por favor. I know that's not how you say it, but I don't know. This one, I think. Is it this one? Okay. So I think I'm gonna talk to. Let me see. Uh, I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Dang it. Okay, let's go... Whoops, I did not mean to go this way. I don't know what that noise is. I have no idea. There's like a noise in the background that I can hear, but I don't know what that is. Let's present that profile. Iris had a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. That and the fact that she was taken away from her mother by her jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now. I could tell her, but she'd probably have a coronary and a half. Move. Ooh, maybe we could talk to, I know who we could talk to about this. We gotta go to the garden, though. Gotta go this way. Let's see. Garden. So I think, yeah, let's present profile. Let's see what Edgeworth has to say about it. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files. I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently your sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Dang. Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. You're gonna learn more about Dahlia. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn. Due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about the case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Dang. I didn't know her dad was the jeweler they stole the jewel from. If they did say anything about it, I'd completely forgotten. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. So wait. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Okay, I was about to say, Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Huh. I didn't know about that. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Uh-oh. Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic process are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. Dahlia's death. Tell me why, or how, or what, or when. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right, I must confess that I'm reading her file. In reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Oh, dang. It's a revenge plot! A revenge plot! At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. She was wait, this was quite some time ago, so she was finally executed? What? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock to you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Curian channeling technique. Did you say Curian channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with the fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. Do you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Oh, yeah. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Curian channeling technique is real. Oh, dang. Ah, daggum. I was supposed to present the one thing, but it didn't quite work out. Ah! Come on. I'm going insane. Anyway. Talking about Sister Bikini. Sister Bikini. Yep. I saw everything. Yep. 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 Yes.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Hey, don't you remember? Said something about that. Yup. What's that? Okay. Okay. We finally have Dahlia's thing. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the curing channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Heck yeah. I did that mostly by myself. Pretty proud of that.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
I don't know about that. Your sister's kind of always been in hot water. Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do, I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
What? You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I had to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about? Betrayal!
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on the Eagle Mountain 11 years ago.
The what?
That was the start of all.
That was the start of it all.
That's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on her father.
Revenge? Yeah, revenge? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
What? Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and in political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power.
Of course he did. Of course he did! That jerk, of course he did.
But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Kurain.
That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
Male names. But before long, the credibility of the Kurain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, had a terrible made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident.
Man, she knows a lot.
After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Dang. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fae clan. That's what it looks like. Dang. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
Phoenix like, I didn't like her either. I see. And thank you for your help. You're welcome. Sorry.
You're welcome.
What? Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. She seriously gets a thrill from that.
Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you. I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Psyche Locks. Let's see. Edgeworth is here. Moving along. Moving. We're moving along. We're moving on down here. Moving. February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in the front of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. But first, let's take a little breather. Let's take a little quick breatherino, if you will. I'm gonna turn on some chill music this time around. Yeah, let's do it out in the middle. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick little breather. let's take a minute before we unlock Pearl's psyche locks and stuff. We'll take a quick minute, you know, get yourself some drink, use the restroom, do what you gotta do, and we will come back and we will unlock her secrets. All her secrets, although I know what's probably gonna happen. Regardless, y'all, let's take a breather. We'll be back. Let me turn on my thing. Yeah, we'll be back. Alright, take a break. Okay, I've returned. We'll take a minute. Just taking a minute. So excited.
Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
I'm sorry. That's what I'm used to doing, is just making weird random noises. Brr, 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 brr. Just taking a few minutes. I got me some water. Here's more, here's more. Water is more. Do you like this potion that I'm putting on you? I'm sorry, I'm being goofy. Anyway. Let's go ahead and click on this. I'll take another minute. Just take a minute. Stretch your... Stretch leggies. Prepare yourself. Get comfy. Do what you gotta do. I see my frames are getting slowly better. We're improving a little bit. Which is cool. Anyway, I'm playing around too much. Bam. Had to get me some water. Had to use the restroom. Just prepare myself for the other part of this. But here we are. We have returned. I actually did not set a time for myself to come back, so I just you know what? In 2 minutes I'll come back. It's kind of on me, really. But hey. At least we got something to hydrate. Let's see. What is Pearl's hiding? Oh, dang it. Percent. Rubbing my toe beans together After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Dunim's room reading a book together, correct? Excuse me.
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dunim's room? Because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls? On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? She go to the inner temple? You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm gonna take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one simple reason, and that is this. I probably have this wrong. I don't have my walkthrough up at the moment. It's obvious what you were worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is.
Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel.
Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple, sorry, I'm looking at my claw, to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Oh, poor Maya. Or, poor Pearls, too. Maya and Pearls. Then we're clear on how... Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. Oh my god, why can I not read? What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow I didn't get there until 10...
Oh my god.
I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple's bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls. Why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh, I
think I know why. The reason why you were so worried about that bell was because of this. Evidence. Is it this?
You know, Mr. Nick, I think you should take a break now.
Huh?
Even your hair's starting to get a bit tired. The spikes aren't looking so sharp.
Looks like picking this piece of evidence wasn't so sharp for me either. Dang it. Anyway, you said you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. Uh-oh, I think I know why. The reason why you were so worried about that bell was because of this. Okay, I'm gonna call for help here. Oh, so I was on the right path. I wasn't sure if that was it. Like, I didn't have much confidence in that. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you?
Huh.
I presume you recognize these pieces of paper?
Huh. Where did you...
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. Oh.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator... She's trying to, diverge the subject. I believe they're written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night was... We know who it is. It's Dahlia. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter.
Oh.
It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by the name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the set of instructions for you to follow? Was it Iris? This is the person who wrote the instructions, isn't it, Pearls? You must have a lot of faith in them to follow their instructions to a T.
I had a lot of faith in you, Mr. Nick.
Oh, thanks.
But I don't think I can trust you anymore.
Uh-oh. Ouch. Pearls sure can be blunt when she wants to be. Wait, was it from her mom then? That would make more sense. No, not her. Where? Morgan. Was it her mom? Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what their instructions meant, did you? Is her heartbeat that loud? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why. Oh wait, what? Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay.
What? Mr. Nick, you're so mean.
Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were careful following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstand some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. What? Leave everything up to her. She'll have the whole digit picture of her, use it. Chandler her, I know you can do it. Once this is burned on, once the master and the fires, he can bring your vengeance to fruition. Huh. I looked over at the walkthrough for just a moment because I wasn't quite grabbing what was going on. So, the instructions here say, gravely roast the master in the blank fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition, right? And I guess poor Pearls did not understand and put gravy on the scroll. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
Huh?
What? Oh man.
What? Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter?
Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition.
But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
How do you know that?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Dunim on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together.
Really?
Excuse me. Ugh.
I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise? So, for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Miss Dunim taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy. Oh, sorry.
Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast. I love Pearl. I love her so much. She's so cute. She misunderstood and thought that she was supposed to cover it in gravy.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
Oh, Pearls. I love Pearl. Such a sweet girl. Heck yeah. Roast a child.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy.
The gravy?
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern.
I was sure it was the Master of Kurain, like it said in the letter. Oh. Oh, I think that was Pearl. Whoops. I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area?
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
Hey, don't you worry about Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? Larry, get the freak out of here. I was waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple?
Yes, when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy, and I let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you...
Oh, sorry. And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried? I just love that she misunderstood burning the scroll as put gravy on it. Like, you'd think her mother would be smart enough to write it so that her child would understand. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. She's like, my mother has been locked away, so therefore I lost my mother. He's like, I know how that feels. I lost a pencil once. In like the 3rd grade. I miss that pencil to this day. Larry, shut the freak up.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights up bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Oh.
I tried, and I tried, and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let you get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel a spirit. Okay, so Pearl's never channeled them, but somebody did. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? Maybe it was Maya.
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
I'm wondering if it's Maya. Because we have not seen Maya this whole time. God, I hope not. Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. I like that we're ignoring Larry. Dang it. Someone else channeled their spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. It had to have been Maya. Because they said there was 2 versions of Iris.
What a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
I don't... Anyway. Yeah, no, Pearls.
I visit her every month. And last month, she told me.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much.
Larry, stop. Yeah, moms will do anything for the kids, right?
She said it was for the good of the Fae clan. So I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah. Sorry, I'm taking a drink of water.
There was a picture with her letter too.
A picture?
On this Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange. Larry, stop. Someone had opened it already? Burnt letter update. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Huh? God. It's Gato. I love it. Here we go. Are you guys ready for this? Here's Gato's voice. Finally figured it out, have you tried? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully obvious is... What? Being what now? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Gato! The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I can't read today. By the way, I have my puff filter down for Gato. I might have to keep it on though, because I can tell I'm puffing already into the mic. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trike. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. Dang, man. Dang. What the heck, Gato? What the heck? Why you gotta hit us with that? But I didn't know anything about what was going on. What did I say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man says true?
It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Mia's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
Please, for the love of God, let her be okay. I'll be so mad if she's not okay. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now finally, after all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. Seems I was just in time. What? To be continued. Oh, we're gonna keep playing. That's a guarantee. Yes, please. I know usually I'll stop at the to be continued, but I just want to play a little more, okay? How long have I been playing for? I want to play a little more, okay? I just want to play a little bit more, alright? No, excuse me. Oh my god. What's wrong with me? How many more do I have? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna finish this. We're finishing it. It's happening today. We're finishing this. Gosh darn it, I want to see how this ends. I want to see how it goes. February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. You know what I've just realized? I just realized something. Hold on, I gotta get off the couch for a second. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I just realized something. Realized something very important. Alright. Shh. Hold on. Shh. I just realized something. Hold the phone. Oh my god, we forgot the cop hat. I knew I was forgetting something. Guys, we have our cop hat on. We have the cop hat on. Very nice. Very cool. Absolutely love this cop hat. Very nice.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's gonna happen to Mystic Maya?
Why did I think of the flipping Dora the Explorer?
Hola, soy Dora.
Can you tell me where the murder weapon is? I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Oh. Edgeworth? What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be a prosecutor today. You can read minds? Are you part of the fake clan? Then who is? Who else would it be but Gato? Gato? We get to talk in the voice. Yes, I flippin' love Gato, man. I love Gato. Gato is awesome. Y'all don't know, I love Gato. Gato is awesome, alright? I flippin' love Gato. Gato is my man. I love his love for anime and everything good in the world. I'm trying to move my pop filter as close as I can, but I don't think it's a good idea, so I'm just gonna... There we go. And then probably tighten this. There you go. Now you're on there nice and tight. Got it. Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks. It would be so funny. She's out there with a screwdriver. Get off! Get off! With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Let's hope Mia's okay. Oh, let's hope she's okay. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. I just realized my audio is really high. There we go. I'll just turn it up to there. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Gato intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made the decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold onto someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Boyfriends. They're boyfriends. They're boyfriends. It's flipping very obvious they're boyfriends. Their boyfriends is very obvious. Thanks. Still don't have any answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case.
Heck yeah, baby.
The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Dunim, no, I mean Miss Misty Faye. Man, that is so unfortunate that Misty Faye passed away like that. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. I wonder if Pearl lost her special abilities because her mom made her do this. Like, it's obviously, like, in the rules somewhere that you can't, you know, just take down a family member who's the main part of the line. Like, the main mystic or whatever. You know what I mean? The leader of the clan. Is something like that? I don't know. That's my suspicion. Because all of a sudden, Pearl's lost her ability. Out of nowhere. February 10th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. Courtroom number 7. That was Gato. Court. Oh my god, it's the judge! I missed him. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Yes! Finally! I've been stuck in that storage closet for 3 weeks. I miss him. Oh my god, I miss him. Oh, I love him so much. I miss the judge. My emphysema. I miss the judge. Your Honor? What are you... Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot. You mean there's one right here? There's one. Well, I like this brother better. My poor brother. He looked a bit pale. Not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Oh my god. Sniffy sniffy. Sippy sippy. Yum. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel they need to judge the past. Like Sword Art Online. Where it feels like we're going into the past, but not really. It's still the future. I don't know, I never watched Sword Art Online. Oh man, I love God already. He didn't watch Sword Art Online. Unfortunately, I did. Oh man. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Gatto. I understand exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway, where you were talking about anime again. Listen, I never watched it either, like... My grandson never showed me that one, I'm sorry. Now then, Mr. Gatto, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku. She's always the same. Sorry, I forgot about this stream. It's okay, Jetra. Welcome in, welcome back. I forgot to come back. It's cool, it's cool. Happy to have you back. Welcome back, welcome back. It's all good. Don't even feel bad. It's okay. We're now in the court hearing, or the trial. I think this should be the last trial. Or, well, technically there's 3 parts to this trial, but it should be the last trial. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug is because this mug is stained. It's so, like, philosophical, but then it's also not. So then you mean, forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Ah yes, blabbering old man versus techno punk street. Old man and coffee guy. Confession. The defendant. Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Aw man, I missed both of these characters. I miss them. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. Excuse me. That's one of my rules. Oh, and I'm crashing. I would love for that to happen at some point. He just crashes.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at the Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something that you want to confess to?
Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue to lying. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise? Well, case closed. Guilty. Alright, I'm going home. I gotta have this triple-decker sandwich that's been sitting in the fridge. It has been calling my name all 3 years. All 3 weeks. I've been waiting for this sandwich. Oh no. No, I'm not, Your Honor. Dang it. I guess my triple-decker sandwich is gonna have to wait another few hours. Oh no. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. I'll be back. I'm gonna go for my highest arcade matches, one in Marvel v Capcom Infinite. Wish me luck. Good luck, Jetra. I hope you get all the highest scores. Good luck, good luck. Pick good characters. I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom, but I wish you luck. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where it desecrated it. What? Forget the sandwich. What the frick happened? I've been stuck in a closet for 3 weeks, and you're telling me there's been this crazy murder going on again? Oh, order! Order in the court! Order! Witness, are you? Sorry. Are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in cold sweat. Huh. Huh. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case it's the murder. Sippy sippy. Yeah. Isn't that right, Miss Trite? Mr. Trite, sorry. Mrs. Trite? That gato. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Iris' testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone. Now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket. I've been at the Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Kirin tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. I'm sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself if need be to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Kirin channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey. What? Wait. Is she trying to say that Maya did it? Sniffy sniffy. Sippy sippy. Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. Just like me. Uh-oh, I'm about to crash. I want that to happen. She's naming Maya? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell so loud into the mic. Order! Order in the court! So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer! Why is his name so familiar? It's almost as if this name's been called like 3 times now. In the middle of a murder case. Maya! I swear to God! She tripped and fell and somehow touched the sword. I killed her mother. No. Oh man. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. So I think I was right on... Okay, so I never said it out loud, I don't think. But I have this feeling that Maya got possessed, but channeled Dahlia somehow. Like, got a hold of her somehow. And ended up becoming Dahlia. That's what I'm suspecting anyway, because it's just very strange. It's very strange, because Pearls wasn't able to channel her. Maya, though, was able just completely took over. Like, I don't know if maybe it was because Maya was in the middle of training when Pearls was trying to channel Dahlia, and Dahlia somehow got sucked into Maya. I don't know if that's what might have happened, but it just seems like something suspicious was going on there. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes, and then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her. That's ridiculous! Maya could never do anything.
The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Oh?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. I didn't think it would go this direction either, honestly. The real murder.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
But Mystic Elise is Misty, which is Maya's mom.
Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
So it was in self-defense?
Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved the you moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm not sure it was established yesterday. The Iris never went to the inner temple that night. Yeah. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. So why is she lying now?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
So I think we have to somehow prove that she wasn't there. Let me see what I have here. Oops, sorry. You're saying that the victim attacked Miss Faye?
Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was gonna collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that?
Mystic May was stumbling. Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
What? Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger?
A dagger, huh? And Elise Nim tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye?
Yes, exactly.
Huh. Sippy sippy. Every time he goes, huh, I'm just like... I just think it's so funny. You look like... You look like I did after... Hold on. I'm trying to think of a good one. Here we go. You look like I did after I watched that one episode from Full Metal Alchemist. Listen, that bit killed me too, alright? Seeing the little girl and the dog becoming one thing, yeah, that was not a good time. Not gonna lie, I cried. Sorry, you look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do? But those witnesses are your own client.
Yes, well, nevertheless. Sorry. That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Slam! Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. I forgot Gato has this, like, whole thing where he has no idea what's going on. I run this circus court. Meanwhile, it's just the judge like, but that's kind of my job. Sippy, sippy. Good. Okay, now, let's continue. You know, I don't know why him drinking coffee reminded me yesterday. So, here's the thing. I started recently drinking Starbucks, much thanks to my sister because of that. Usually I drink, like, little refresher juices or whatever you call them. Back so far 3 matches, I got wrecked by Nemesis from Resident Evil, I think. I swear he's too OP. Oh boy. Well, I wouldn't know, but that is unfortunate. Maybe just use Nemesis, and then maybe it will go well. Either that or... I don't know. I guess it's always good to have combo moves and stuff under your belt, too. Like, really have it, like, you know, all settled in, so you're like, these are my specialty moves that I use on top of each other. You know, and it'll instantly, you know, take down anything. I don't know the best way to word it, but I think you know what I mean. But brain back on topic. The coffee reminded me, got refreshers or whatever, and I yesterday decided to order some kind of, it had a long name. It was one of those like coffees that had a very long, ridiculous name, but it was a cold coffee. But it means Zero and Hager. Yeah, maybe try to practice a bit on some like special like move combinations. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't know. I don't do a lot of fighting games, but that's my best assumption. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I wish you luck though. I hope it gets better. I do. I hope it gets better for you. It was some kind of like, what was it? Like Mocha Java something mint chip. I don't know. Double hyper combos? Could try it. You know, try and, you know, see what works together. And then just power them with it. Blast them with it, hit them with it. I don't really know the best words. That's my best assumption anyway. I don't know. Anyways, long story short, I got it, tried it, and it was actually really good. I was surprised, because it was like, it had a bitterness to it. I bet you 2 bacon treats that the coffee guy killed the dude. I'll take those bacon treats. I'm betting it right now. I'll take those bacon treats. Also, his name's Gato. But yeah, I ordered it. It was really good. I was actually surprised. I'm not usually a bitter drink kind of person or bitter food kind of person. I just don't like bitter stuff. But it was like a bitter and sweet mixture. It was actually really good. I was surprised that I enjoyed it. It was kind of like a... I don't want to say it was like a milkshake. It was kind of like a frozen coffee kind of thing. I don't know. It was good though. It was really good. I might get it next time. I honestly enjoyed it a lot. Anyway, we gotta get back on this. My brain's like thinking about coffee now. It's too late at night for that. It's too late at night. It's 9:35. It's a little late for coffee. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Dunim throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. Excuse me. As you can see, it's a sword.
Ah.
Or sword. Excuse me. I don't know why. I'm just like burping so bad. My digestion right now is like, yeah, so you ate dinner, so blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, why? If Elise Dunim really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? Sniffy, sniffy. That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. So was it in, like, self-defense? I don't know about that. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. But there is something strange about this whole testimony. It's like when you sniff that coffee. Sniffy, sniffy. He's very seductive in how he enjoys his coffee. I think he gets an enjoyment out of it. Sniffy, sniffy. Sippy, sippy. Yum. Black coffee, just like my soul.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright.
I have here another piece of evidence that shows this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Dunim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Whoa! Keep looking over at my phone. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what was going on. Ow. Ow. Leg itchy. Elise Dunim would never have attacked Maya Fey. So far, I don't think we really know who did any of this. Like, we know Dahlia has a part in it. And we know Iris has a part in it. But, like, what's going on? Did Iris do something that she wasn't supposed to be doing? Did Maya actually have a part in this time? Like, what's happening here? Is Maya actually okay is another question. Like, there's a lot going on here that we haven't solved yet. And we're just going back over the same stuff we've already been over. Just with a new coat of paint. Anyway.
How can you be so sure?
I'm calling it. She's a witness or the killer. Well, for right now, I guess she's like a part of the crime. She's not really the killer. She's just kind of like an accomplice so far. I don't know. It's very strange. It's very strange. There's a whole lot going on here. Because the victim's real name is not Elise Dunim. Her real name was Misty Faye.
Faye?
No. Not Mystic Misty Faye.
Who is this Misty Faye? Is she related to?
Misty Faye is the master of the Kyrian channeling technique. She's also the mother of Maya Faye.
Are you serious?
Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Dunim actually the great mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing.
Order! Order in the court! Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own, when taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in the world that is impossible. Except for one little thing.
Yes, what is it one little possible? What is this one possible? You know what I'm saying.
Huh. Huh. You still don't get it. Sniffy, sniffy. We're not sipping the coffee? You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps.
Please stop calling me Gramps.
Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. How many cups of morning coffee does this man have? Because he says he drinks like 17 cups of coffee through a case. So how many cups of coffee has this man had? Like all day, period.
If you're gonna ruin your health, you're gonna ruin your health, my friend.
Why not? I drink the coffee with some Red Bull too. Makes things extra interesting. Same. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it.
I overdose on caffeine daily, but I'm still as tired as someone who's slept for a year. Same. I drink energy drinks, coffee, whatever. It does nothing for me. I mean, it does a little bit. But then sometimes it just does nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I think it's because of my years of drinking flipping pop with caffeine in it. Just years and years of drinking sodas. Like, pretty much a good portion of my life has wrecked any quality I have for caffeine. To a point where caffeine in general does nothing for me, and I end up just crashing afterwards. Like, it has ruined me, pretty much. So, moral of the story, kids, don't drink pop. It's bad for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't go down the road I did. Pop, bro. Soda pop, I don't care. The one caffeinated, carbonated drink. The carbonated beverage. Does that feel better for you? Leave me alone.
Now you mention it, if you look closely, it has blood on it.
But yeah, that crap will mess you up. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Sniffy. Dang it, we didn't sip in the coffee right now. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. Pine tree? When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Ah, were you even listening, old man? First I heard this confession this morning. Grandpa just rammed my door open with his shoulder. I got so scared. Oh no! Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's awful. Oof. I hope you're okay. My goodness. Hopefully it wasn't anything serious. Just taking my first sip of my 13 cup of morning coffee. That's a bad, unlucky number, by the way. Did you just say it was your age just a few minutes ago? Gato drinks a lot of coffee. I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed in such short notice. Whoops. Oh crap.
Furthermore, I ordered that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Gato, I can't.
Bailiff, take this to get examined.
Gosh darn it, I gotta stop clicking. Dagger added.
Now then, the testimony we just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Oh, he just drinks Red Bull a lot and he has crack, he's energy. I mean, he does drink coffee. I guess he drinks coffee black. But that man, you know, I would believe he'd mix some kind of like Monster Red Bull type coffee mix. I don't know. I don't think he'd be the kind of guy to get like the really fancy, like detailed drinks. I think he'd be the one to get black coffee and put flipping energy drinks in it. It's his coffee for the morning. That's how I see it anyway.
I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Sniffy, sniffy. God, he never drinks them, he just sniffs them. Cute girls never lie, ever. Yes, they do, Gato, they do.
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again in this court, to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor.
Had a horrible idea for a joke, and I'm not gonna say it here. Because one, it doesn't make sense, and two, it's dumb. It's just dumb.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
Something's weird about all this. Just weird.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
No tears, just, wow, that was really sad.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had to have been 7 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable.
Or Maya had accidentally channeled in a spirit during her training and was possessed.
Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
That's my guess. That's my strong guess. I'm betting lots of doggy bacon on that. Begging treats. Lots of begging treats. Oh. This one. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. Blam. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Mia Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
Ah,
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. Bam.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
Ha. It's simple. Sniffy, sniffy. Dang it, he doesn't drink it again. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? You mean we all have faces and butts?
Isn't that all you have to say? Oh, is that all you have to say? Usually you got something more, complicated than that.
Sippy, sippy. Good stuff. I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Objection. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs? Why is the objection not coming in so strongly? Oh, that would be why. There we go. Click's voice is the auto-narrator option in my head. The clicks. It's embedded in my head. Ew. Oh, these? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach?
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Okay, that might be a little too loud. Let's try here. Dun, dun, dun. Well, Iris, how about it?
well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? Sniffy, sniffy. Sippy, sippy. Good stuff. There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, but to pick out each one requires a total concentration and use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Prosecutor Gatto, explain yourself.
I don't have to explain crap. The witness was quite ambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said it. That the garden was dark and she couldn't really see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Light.
And then Phoenix, light. Sippy, sippy. By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor, but according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. That's strange. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Slam! Good one. That was a good one. Yes. That illuminating... Gosh darn it. All these puns. Unintentional puns, I'm sure. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite?
No!
Oh no.
Order! 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 Oh my god, I missed this so much. Here, Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Oh boy. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern! There's something written on it. Huh. Why, it's written in blood! Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet. Uh-oh. Written in blood? And Gato didn't know either? Iris? It says Maya upside down. What the?
Oh yes, that's right.
Gato, did you not notice that?
After being cornered and stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body.
It certainly looks that way. Objection. Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the missions written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern is as clean as a whistle. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Because he's got red vision. Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Won't Mr. Gato anything further?
Oh my god, poor Gato. He couldn't see it because his goggles are red. Oh man, he's like colorblind.
Mr. Gato? Okay then, let's move on.
Gato is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. No, it probably is from caffeine overdose.
I believe it has now been established that Mr. Nim was killed by Maya Fey.
That's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Sippy sippy. Good stuff. Let's hear it. We're all ears. Here's some coffee while we're at it.
Didn't you just drink from that?
I did. I feel like crashing again. Oh, man.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Kyrian tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across the dusky bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the sword to alter the way the wound looked.
Uh-oh.
So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at the Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae Clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Dunim was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intend to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But...
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Oh god.
Your story makes sense, I suppose.
Excuse me.
Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy. This should be interesting. TV protect the future of the master curing tradition. So remove the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across the dusky bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to the Hazakura temple and... But she wouldn't have been able to use the snowmobile. Right? That is right? Yeah. I knew that would show up sooner or later. The snowmobile?
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? About the tracks. If you really did move her body first by the snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. And these the tracks... Are these the tracks from the ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
It's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record. Ha, this should be fun. Sniffy sniffy. You, let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Huh. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and it caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge? It was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
Jeez. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. Here are your bacon treats, Iris Killer. Sick, I get bacon treats.
Order! Someone say bacon treats?
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will fine you in contempt of court. You have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Sippy. Old man. The judge is like,
Excuse me? Me? How dare you?
whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Squad?
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, whether the bridge was burning or not. There are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Nim was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Nim's body.
He makes a good point, on both accounts. That's right. I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't by myself at all that night, so my memory is still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It is only human to err. To err? What? To what? To error, maybe? I don't know if that was a translation error or what happened there, but if you're so perfect, Trey, maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick. Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she had got across that burnt out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, slam. You're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
Silence! Calm down! The bailiff said so.
Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony? Oh, Gato's real quiet.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge?
Sorry.
So it was just a misunderstanding, I see.
This is a photo of Dusty Bridge after it burnt down from the lightning blast. Whoops. It was taken on the morning after the incident. Dang, that looks pretty rough. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
Clearly, it would have been impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Dusty Bridge.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's gonna be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. Even though we haven't seen her. Try it. I'm going to say it in one more... Oh my god. Try it. I'm only going to say it one more time. It is only human to err. And
Only humans can spot the errors of our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
So this one is a pretty easy one. Because they pretty much say just go ahead and present this drawing. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What?
Ha! I knew it was coming. You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. I'll do it again. Ha! The only thing that's possible, sippy sippy, about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. Good stuff. I don't know about... Nope, apparently not. I think you've all seen this sketch before. Woo! It's an exact drawing of what... You good? The stream froze for me. Uh-oh. Well, apparently I've not dropped frames anymore. But, it's getting a little testy. We're all good. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think my stream stopped and started again. I'm hoping that does not mean... Hold on one second. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm hoping my stream didn't stop and start. Let me see. Let me go to my live. No, it's running. I don't know what happened. Yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea what happened there. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. Glad to see everything's okay though.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using the pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Huh. Well, that's right. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything? You just hear Larry in the distance. How dare you say that? I worked really hard on it. Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. Huh? If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did Gato say that? Wait a minute! Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory! I know what he's talking about!
What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix. Carefully think it over. Sketch drawn by Laurie Stunim is... exactly what happened. Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Okay, so you can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh.
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? There was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
Sniffy, sniffy. Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet. I wish they had. Sippy, sippy. Good stuff. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. Ugh. There must be some way. I just know it. Must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
Alright then, the witness will now return to her testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh crap. Ah crap, we gotta go through all that again? Ah, dang it. Really? Ah, this is so... Gosh darn it. We gotta do this again? Oh, God. But I get it now. That's why I believe the sketch shows the truth.
Very well. Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whisperface is gonna give any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, carefully think it over. A complete contradiction. Something is obviously funny about this sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
Larry in the distance can just feel the pain of somebody making fun of his art. He's just like, oh, why do I feel so wrong right now? No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Maurice Denim stated over and over that this sketch was exactly as he saw it, upside down. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. It contradicts reality? Huh. This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Stop pointing. It's weird. Okay, Trite, so what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? Well, this. Is this wire connected to the bridge?
The wire?
Huh. Is that the thing that contradicts reality? Oop, there goes gravity. It is indeed. Then show us the reality it's supposedly conflicts then. Find out how the sketch contradicts reality. What's this one? Well, we could use this. Because this at least shows that there were supposed to be things here. Agamit, come on. This?
That's a photo of the Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now compare the scratch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But in the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumping to Joseph.
what? The wires are below the guard wires. What? Living Kato's just sitting there like, this is quite a turn of events.
Order! 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 The sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps he drew it wrong? Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. What was that? With someone like Clarice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Clarice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder, what sort of position Clarice must have been in that time? He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ah!
Island Boys, welcome! Welcome! Wait, weren't you named like Retro? Welcome, Retro, if you were. Welcome, welcome. We're playing Ace Attorney.
Oh!
No way. Maurice Denim witnessed the event while he was lying on his back face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. Sorry if I couldn't watch the other lives camping with my bros. It's cool. I hope you had fun though. It's all good. As long as you were having a good time while camping, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, I changed my YouTube name. I figured. I thought you were named like Retro Fruits, something like that. But I guess now the name makes sense with the camping trip. I'll just keep calling you Retro, I guess.
So then, this sketch should actually
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurie Stunim's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. Yes, I had a lot of fun. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, retro fruits. Heck yeah. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right. Just like a pendulum. Ridiculous. He keeps spitting on his coffee. Of all things to say, a pendulum? No, it's not because of the camping, it's because me and my brother will be making videos in a game called Island. Ooh. Ooh, I'll have fun with that. Hopefully it's a good time. The bridge was burning to a crisp, there was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found in our temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across the other side. Oh, and a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards away. Was about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. Sorry. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 years long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that a culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then... they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum?
What do I show here? Oops. Oh. I see. Sorry, I'm using a bit of a walkthrough here, because sometimes I don't fully grab what I have. Nope, not this one. I think it's this.
And the meaning of this is...
If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Ah! You like my beard? This is one of the wires for the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste. So they tied the wire around Elise Dunim's body. Wow. God, that would have had to take a lot of time and skill to get there. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Sniffy, sniffy. Huh. Go, 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 go.
Mr. Gato! Calm down! God, chill out! Okay, it seems that Mr. Gato is more focused on his cooking than...
He's just like... I don't even know what to say to that.
It seems that the odds of a rope being really available are very high.
He's still going.
So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all. Slam. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Trite, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? Huh. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's one of it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let's consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here, shoo, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? That makes you think something like that happened.
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
Well, what kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to the forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal is the one... is the one that came off of Miss Elise Dunim's staff. Slay. And even more important is the place where the crystal sphere was found.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Ah!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way that the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Mr. Wright?
Here it comes. I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. You looked a little thirsty. Sippy sippy, my friend. I would hand it to you, but we're across the courtroom, so I thought throwing would be a better option.
Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Gatto?
Yeah, sippy sniffy sniffy. Whoops. Sippy sippy. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, right? But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma. Sniffy sniffy. A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more? And let me speak as if you're 5. If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, slam. But naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross the dusky bridge. So who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Mr. Grotto is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to the Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side?
Iris? It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? But I
don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Trite, were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on the cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Gato? This witness was also seen at the Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnout bridge, which means it's now a fact that this has occurred, something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this?
You're
Saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, Trite?
You mean, this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. Why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... Dahlia! I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister, and you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. Oh.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor, it's all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
I love that.
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
Sniffy, sniffy. Sippy, sippy. So what?
Slam.
Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
What? Slam, slam, slam. Order, order, order.
Wait a minute. How can you? My sister. She's already dead. What kind
You of all people should already understand, after all. The blood of the master of the Kirin channeling technique flows within that body.
The Kirin channeling technique? I've never heard of that.
That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia. Spirit? The spirit of Dahlia currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was?
Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yes.
Slam. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happened?
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It was all written right here in these instructions.
Ah, what is that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
Two of them? Two.
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words 10 p.m., however, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this head in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Do you even know what you're saying, Trey? This old channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it, Slam. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What?
Sippy. Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini and Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled, would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall, where they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Whew, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
Something still seems off. Way off. Still not convinced that Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Huh. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous? Sniffy. Good stuff. Sippy. Ah, yes. Drinking very good stuff. Yep. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia. Somehow switched places. Switch places? Yeah. To be perfectly honest, there's still quite a few things I don't understand. But I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
There was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that.
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was... Well...
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might...
How could I have... She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris is already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling.
Be quiet.
It's...
We're looking at Dahlia. Oh no.
It's been a long time, Judge.
That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. No, it's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired. Retired from life, that is.
That was a good one. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity more, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself. Dang. To be continued! Oh, should I continue? Should I keep going, or should we save this for another day? Should we save this? It is like almost 11. Should we save this for another stream? Oh. I know we got like two parts of the trial left. I feel like if I keep going though, they'll take a good while. Ooh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. When's the next time we play this? Is the question, I guess. Oh gosh. And I need to figure out these dropped frames. Oh my god. Dropped frame issues. Oh. Maybe we will sometime soon. Whoops. Sorry, that was my elbow rubbing on the table. Maybe we'll play the rest during the hangout Saturday. Maybe Saturday we'll play the rest of it during a hangout. Yeah. Oh man, because I'm... The thing is that the next time I would have been able to play anything Ace Attorney related would be in like 2 weeks, I think. And in 2 weeks, I think I got something else planned that's not stream related for that whole week. So I think I'll be out pretty much good portion of that week. So I don't know yet because I haven't heard anything. It's personal stuff. Not really personal, but it's like work related. So I might be out during that time. So maybe we'll play the rest of it during the hangout stream Saturday. That sounds pretty good. I think we might do that. That sounds great. Yeah. Let's do that. So, alright. I think we're gonna go ahead and save. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and save. And we're gonna come back to this on Saturday. Because I want to finally finish this. I want to end this so bad. I'm so excited to finish this trilogy and move on to the next game. Because there's still, I plan on playing the other Ace Attorney games, because I said I would. So with that being said, y'all, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Let me put on some music here. Let's put on, no, we'll just keep playing this music. Yeah. There we go. That's pretty nice. Y'all, that's it for tonight's stream. I know I said I wanted to play the whole thing, but I don't know. It'll take us a good while. We'll probably be sitting here till midnight, and my voice is already feeling the effects of doing all those voices. So I think we're gonna leave it at a cliffhanger. I think we're gonna finish it on Saturday. I think that sounds like a great idea. But anyways, y'all, that's it for tonight's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. And you know, here comes the usual ordealio. You know what's coming. Here it is. It's here. It's hip. It's now. It's time for bit. Bit time. Time for bit. Go to bed. It's time for sleepy sleeps. Anyways, y'all, if you got school or work going on, I wish you luck. I know that stuff sucks. I know it's actually the last day for July, and I know, like, I think in the next, August and September, I know in the next month or two, school is going to start rolling out again for some of the younger ones, so I wish you luck with that. But anyways, tomorrow we're playing Stardew Valley. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get back into Stardew Valley. Kind of miss it. And then Saturday is supposed to be a hangout stream, but we might actually finish Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney trilogy, which we've been playing for almost 2 years now. So I think it's about time we finish this trilogy. It's taken so much. It's taken so long to finish it. So I'm very excited. But anyway, y'all, I hope you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Self-care is important. Love yourselves. You're the only you in this world. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow for Stardew Valley. Bye, y'all. I feel like I went through that so fast, but bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye. let me change over. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, y'all. Hopefully I can fix my lag. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye, bye. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye. Bye.